While the Chicago Bears did spend the offseason improving several aspects of the defense, on today's episode, we're going to talk about which position group of the defense do we feel needs to improve the most for the Chicago Bears to not be a bottom defense and hopefully get up to at least a middle of the pack defense. We'll talk about all that, plus dive into the mailbag right after this. What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got Dub and myself in the building today. No Bobby. He had his pre-Christmas meeting with the elves in the North Pole. He had to handle some business down there. Oh, he gonna kill me when he sees this. But Dub, man, we here. We're going to get into the mailbag. Before the mailbag, bro, we do got to talk about the Chicago Bears, man. And so the Bears were a bottom-tier defense last year. Like, that's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Looking at the numbers, we were with the 25th, I think, ranked defense in the league. And this season isn't about all of a sudden becoming one of the top 10 defenses. I mean, if they can do it, great. But it's not the expectation for them to become a top 10 defense or anything like that. So the question now has become about how do they get towards the middle of the pack? I think that's a natural progression from being bottom third. Can you get towards the half of the league? So when you look at this, Dub, which position group do you think is most important to improve, and how do you see them improving to help the Bears get there?
Okay, this was a great topic brought up by my man's Drip. Yes, the defense definitely needs to improve, and what group needs to be better for the Bears can at least get to the middle pack, and easily it can be the defensive line. A lot of people will go there. I don't think, me personally, that has been much improvement on the defensive line, so I'm not going to go with the defensive line. I am going with the secondary. We are going to really need a solid secondary, and they're going to have to do the extra little things just to keep the Bears in the middle of the pack. You're going to have to stay with your receiver a little longer. You're going to have to get more turnovers, even though we were kind of at the top of the league last year in turnovers. I just think there's going to be a lot on the secondary's plate, just because of my thought of what work we did not do to the defensive line, plus the fact that we have pretty young secondary. If you want to discount Jaylon Johnson and Tyrique Stevenson, I still think pretty young, even though he came in the league a little old, a little long in the tooth. It's going to be it's not going to be easy. These guys are going to have to do the extra for the Chicago Bears to be a mid-level defense.
And I like that pick because, like, the secondary is – every defensive coordinator has their thing. Secondary is Dennis Allen's thing. Like, he likes to have so many 6, 7 defensive backs out there in any play. He likes to line some of them up as a linebacker at times to put a little bit more pressure, drop back in coverage, just keep offenses on their toes. And we never saw our projected starting cornerback room at all last year. And then you look at that. On top of that, now we got Coby, Bryant, and Dillon Thieneman instead of Kevin Byard and Jaquan Brisker. So that secondary, if it can be healthy this year with the additions also of Thieneman and Coby Bryant, there's some big parts in that. And I know I've made a lot myself about Malik Muhammad, and I think Malik Muhammad is going to be a great option. I think that you look at Cam Lewis, as his ability to play at the nickel and at safety, he can become one of Dennis Allen's favorite weapons as well, I think, in this defense next year. So I love that pick of the secondary there. I think that's probably the right pick. I'm going to go a different route just because you picked secondary, because I was going to go cornerbacks. I'm going to go linebackers. And the reason why I say that is this. Much like you, the defensive line, most of the improvement is going to have to come internally, right? Like, you're hoping Austin Booker can make a leap. You're hoping Grady Jarrett, who wasn't healthy last season, is going to be better, more healthy. And then you're hoping that Gervon Dexter continues to make a step and develops himself. But we made a lot of change in that linebacker. You know, Keyshawn Elliott, Devin Bush being there, Jack Sanborn coming back, you know, to go along with TJ Edwards. You still got DeMarco Jackson in the building. And my thing that I've been on lately, Dub, is that the Bears improving as a run defense is almost more important than getting a ton of sacks, in my personal opinion. I think where the Bears got hurt a lot at is they would put teams on second and long, third and long, but then they give up these crazy long runs. And the linebackers become, like, defensive line's important in that too, but the linebackers become very important in helping stop that run game. I think we got to improve as a run defense majorly this season.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. I don't have no qualms with that. The Bears' run defense last year was pretty bad, and that's just putting it nicely. This is a new group. You know, we went a route. We going speed. They want speed now. Normally, when I think about linebackers in football, Drip, usually the big guys, the strong guys that can get through the big bodies on the line of scrimmage. Maybe if you have a team that runs side to side, maybe the linebackers being fast and all that is good to me. But we need some big guys. All our guys is fast guys. You really think they can make us a better run defense with these types of linebackers? It's usually big, strong guys that can navigate the line of scrimmage and shed tackles and shit like this. Look more, we got like the speed guys now.
Yeah, I mean, we added speed, but I don't think, like, TJ Edwards is still, like, DeMarco Jackson's decent size. Like, but I think also, like, the thing that you're looking at, in Dennis Allen wanted to add speed and better tackling, and I think we did that. Okay. And just as important as speed is getting in the quarterback, speed from the linebacker position to help you get those running backs behind the line too. So I think there's a chance of that. I definitely think, like, the safeties are going to become important in that too, as far as that last line of defense against those huge 15-yard runs and stuff like that. But I think we have a nice combination of size and speed on there. I'm hoping that Ruben Hyppolite as well can be somebody that can actually crack that rotation. You know, goddamn, Ryan Poles said some crazy things about Ruben Hyppolite and Shemar Turner, basically saying they have as much potential as Colson Loveland and Luther Burton doing the offensive side of the ball. I need to see some of that shit. I need to see some of it because we ain't seen none of that last season. So, hey, you believe in those guys, let's start seeing it, is what I'm saying, bro.
Wow, that's quite the statement. I mean, Colston Loveland is like all-pro talent.
Colston Loveland has the best tight end in football level talent.
Yes,
like the fact that people are already saying he's a top 5 tight end and he wasn't even in the game plan for a month and a half of the season last year. Like, Colston Loveland's going to have a great season, but, you know, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, listen, have faith. Like, we know one thing Ryan Poles does, he's going to have faith in his guys, right? Like, we know that he's going to have faith in his guys. So we'll see how that continues for him, man. But anything left on this? Anything else you want to point out on this defense that you think needs to improve? Like, do you think, how important is it that Montez at least replicates what he did last year with a 10-sack season?
Oh man, it's almost mandatory. Like, I think it's mandatory, especially with the doubt or the question on the other side of the defensive line. I do think that Montez Sweat is a very good football player. Do I think he's an Pro Bowl type player or something like that? I mean, no. I do not think he's a Pro Bowl type player that you can count on to get you 13, 14 sacks a season. But I do think he's a solid player that can get you double digits every other season or somewhat. But this particular season, it is mandated. You must come to play this season. I need double digits. We don't know what we're getting from my boy Austin or Dayo or anybody else that lines up over there, bro. So he got a lot of pressure, Drip. I kind of trust him to be very good, like he's been here. He does have slow starts. I don't think he can have a slow start this upcoming season. It's an important year for Montez, bro. It's just important.
It's definitely important for Montez, man. He needs to have that big year. So, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen there. But it is Saturday. I almost said Sunday. It's Saturday. It means it is mailbag day. Let's go ahead and get into these voicemails that we got for today, man. Let's go ahead and start off with this one here.
Yo, what's the deal, fellas? It's your boy Keys, man. Hope you guys are being safe and healthy in this gloom of smoke that then hit the city. You know, but with that being said, let's get to it. So, I was doing a little bit of evaluation, right? And I looked at the 2024 Lions offense that featured our guy, Ben Johnson. And I'm looking at the 2026 offense that we got. And one thing that I believe could be paramount is having three dynamic receivers, essentially two wide receivers and a tight end, and a two dynamic running back tandem, and some numbers that are very comparable. Bobby, Haize, C-Dub, Steve-O, Big Kev, however y'all want to look at it, whoever does the research, this is just what I saw. The one thing that could be very comparable that I think we could reach to, which would help overall not only help Caleb get over 4,000 yards, but also in MVP talks, our main three weapons, as long as we stay healthy, I believe with our three weapons in Rome, Luther, Colston, because Colston's going to be that number one guy, you can see those three receivers alone get 3,000 yards receiving. Now, whoever leads touchdowns and yards and all of that, I don't know. But that's just what I see, and that's what I'm hoping. And then the two running backs in Monangai and Swift, right? 2,000 yards rushing. This is all combined numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that puts us at 5,000. And then you think about the receiving part with Monangai and Swift, along with Xavion, Roush, Komet, and then you got Khalif Raymond and Jade Walker. That could be essentially another 1,000+ yards in receiving, which will put Caleb over 4,000 in a sense to me, or right before, above 4, however it goes. Whoever got the hot hand, that's who get the ball, all of that. But I think those numbers are very reachable. I want to see what you guys say about that, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. And then the 30 touchdowns and all that stuff, he's close to it. But also, too, man, I'm looking at Tyrique Stevenson and Kyler Gordon, Gervon, Dexter, those three guys. Could it be a part where, you know, we either let two of those three guys walk when free agency comes around, or we possibly trade one guy because of his injuries? So I want to know what you guys think about that. With that being said, man, hope you guys have a good weekend. As always, Chi-Town up, bear down, y'all.
All right, Dub, how you feeling about Key's voicemail there?
Hey, shout out my boy Keys. And you're wondering if my man Caleb Williams can get to 4,000. Does he have the requisite tools to get there? Absolutely. I do not think all three of the top weapons from the Chicago Bears will get 1,000, but I do like the number of 3,000. Maybe Colston Loveland gets 1,300 and Rome gets 700 or something like that. I do not think they all get 3,000. Now, there's 2,000 yards rushing with the two guys in the back. I know what you're talking about with my with the Detroit over there with Gibbs and Monty over there. They did get 1,000 yards each a couple years ago. I don't think I'm hating either. Don't think I'm hating. I do not think we can get to 2,000 yards rushing. I don't think so. I think it'll be really close, maybe 1,800 yards like that. But I'll definitely be receptive with the 2,000 yards. And with the defense, you're talking about Keys, and this is a great comment when you're talking about trades and stuff like that. I think we pretty set of where we at on the defense right now. Maybe when we get into training camp and see some preseason games and he sees some more close to in-season action, that he'd be like, okay, now we need some changes. But for right now, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, Dub. I think, you can get very much in the weeds when you start getting caught up in, hey, is this player doing this and this number? Like, at the end of the day, the offense is going to be high power. Caleb was almost at 4,000 yards last year. You just tighten up some of the misses and drops, you're probably right there, right? We were at, I think, a little over 1,800 yards between Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift last year. It's not outside the realm of possibility of them getting, but I don't care about the numbers. I care about the success. Right?
Absolutely.
Let the numbers come because you're being successful. Let's not make us think that the numbers are what make you successful. It's the other way around, right? Focus on success first. And I want to see everybody come into the season focused on, let me do my job, what I need to do to be great, and then let's let it all figure out from there. Everybody doesn't like the season where we first had Rome and DJ and what was the guy that we had that from the Chargers that went back?
I forgot, but
yeah. But when we had them, and they're like, it's the race to first to 1,000. Like, you're focused on the wrong shit. Go out there and play winning football. Do whatever it takes to win, and let all the chips fall where they will via winning. I don't care about who gets what yards. I don't care about at this point now. Like, would it be great to see Caleb throw for 4,200 yards? 40? Yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing. And Caleb probably the first. It don't mean nothing if you're not winning the games you need to win.
For real.
So that's what I know. We like in the minutia of like talking about football. It's natural that numbers are going to come up and stuff like that. But the thing that I want this team to all focus on is do whatever it takes to play winning football. Everything else is going to go where it needs to go after that.
Yeah, that's perfectly correct. I think this season is all about winning. It's just we trying to win, dude. That's the only main thing.
That's a fact. All right, let's get into this next voicemail, man. This next one that we got, this one is from Fred.
CBC, what it do, man? Shout out to my boy Haize and be your boy Fred, man. Shout out to the Cognac boys, C-Dub and Bobby. Shout out to Big Cab and Steve-O, man. Hey, I see they put a little respect on Caleb now. You know what I'm saying? Because they got him ranked at number 10, and they got our running game, you know what I'm saying, ranked at number 4. You know, that's a little bit better, but I'm still not over the disrespect, how they constantly disrespect our Bears, man. So it's still FGB at the end of the day, you feel me? Because I'm sick of them assholes, man. Excuse my language, though, Bobby C. Dub, but I gotta say this because it's Green Bay. I'm so sick of them cocksuckers, man. Like, when they was whooping on our ass, we wasn't saying shit. We was taking our ass whoopings, you know what I'm saying, like a man, all that. Now that our team then got turned around and we got a coach and we making it into a rivalry how it's supposed to be, now, you know what I'm saying, they want to talk shit about us, they want to say, look, stupid shit. Oh, Ben Johnson ain't shake Matt LaFleur head and all this crap. Like, I can't wait till the season start, man. I can't wait till we go out there and put BTA on everybody on our schedule. Now, I say only 2 teams we probably get our loss from, and that's from Buffalo and maybe Seattle. But other than that, man, I think we gonna sweep our division. We gonna prove all the haters wrong because the bullshit that they keep talking about us. I think our defense gonna surprise us, man. Like, I really do. I think Austin Booker makes that leap. I think him and Montez Sweat might get them, you know, double-digit sacks apiece. And Dexter better bring it because we ain't got time for him not jumping on fumbles and then, you know, he be consistent for a little bit and then he disappeared in the games. I hope our defense just, you know, surprise everybody and crack that top 10. And as far as the left tackle position, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I still don't trust Braxton Jones, man, because we've been saying this about Braxton. We thought Braxton could be that surprise, you know, left tackle being a 5th round pick. Sometimes it happens, you know what I'm saying, when guys get drafted at number 5, whatever, you know, in the 5th round. In the 5th round, you know, cute. But I just don't trust Braxton Jones, man. I'd rather have Theo Benedict over there than Braxton Jones, though. So, but yeah, fellas, I'm counting down, man, because I can't wait till we BTA everybody, especially Green Bay. We beat them twice. And I hope we see them in the playoffs and we beat their ass in the playoffs again. So let me know what you think, fellas. Chicago up, bet out or nothing. Let's get it. Chicago versus everybody.
Fred's a super nigga. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, bro. Like, Fred.
Never.
Fred be saying some shit sometimes, and you just gotta be like, first of all, the fact that he hesitated on saying belt to ass, but didn't hesitate on calling people dumbasses is like, hey, what are we censoring here? Fred, you could have said belt to ass.
Damn, I ain't heard super nigga in a long time, bro. Damn.
How you feeling, Dub?
Hey, man, shout out my man Fred. Man, let's start with Braxton Jones. I feel the same way that you feel about Braxton Jones, but I'm going to sit back and wait and see what we get from the kid. Like my auntie said back in the 90s, said, you hang around with losers, don't expect to win the lottery. But look at this one. When we talk about the Green Bay Packers, and look, I'm sick of the Green Bay Packer fans just like you. They act like they don't want any competition, so I'm just going to look past them. We're going to look at our competition in the NFC. Looking at the Seattle Seahawks, you're looking at the LA Rams. If they don't want to be involved in this competition, we don't need to. Fuck them. We going up. Now we're a good team. They don't want to participate, so forget them. I don't care. We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry. And that's all I got to say. Shout out my nigga.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the thing, and I get it, we all talk about the national media because it does seem like there's a Bears bias in regards to it a lot of times, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, nothing that, and I'm going to say this to some degree too, nothing we say here matters in the long run. Like, we're all talking about, like, don't get me wrong. There's some things that you can talk more intelligently about, which the national media doesn't do. It does seem like a lot of times it's built around trying to get headlines or get Bears fans to click or get people to piss off or whatever it is. But, like, at the end of the day, nothing the national media says has any bearing on any goddamn thing because guess what? It's all going to be told on the football field.
Absolutely.
That's it. Right?
100%.
Like that. That's it. It's all going to be out there on the football field. And when it's all said and done, when it comes out in the wash, we all going to look at it and say, all right, bet, this is what happened this season. This is what did not happen this season. This is where we need to improve. This is where, we solid at. Whatever. It's every season that happens. You need to get better every single season. And the thing is, and I've had to come to this realization too, not to say that I agree, but I can understand it to some degree why there's some doubt about the Bears, right? Because, look at it. So many of our wins last year were comeback wins. It just is. Some of it was. And so that in nature, in being, objective about it, can seem a bit fluky. Now, I do think that, Ben Johnson realized that we need to rely on the run a little bit heavier. I do think Caleb Wilson and the wide receivers need to tighten up the efficiency, and those things could help us be a better four-quarter team where we're not just coming back in the fourth quarter, and that's what I want to see this year. But, in just fairness, go out there and prove it. And whatever the Bears prove, I say this. If you prove it on the football field and people are still doubting, at that point it's just hate, and what's hate? Hate's just noise. So it don't matter.
Yeah. And if you don't have a hater, you're not doing too well.
That's another thing, right? Like, that's another thing. Like, you should have at least one or two. If you don't have at least one or two haters, you're not doing something right in life.
For real. Like that's like the science. Like, that's true. Come on now.
That's a fact. But all right, y'all. We're going to get into this last voicemail, man. Let's go ahead and get into this one now.
Let's get it.
Yo, Chicago Bears Central Dome Cognac Boys. It's built in the Dark Knight home for Virginia Beach on this hot and humid Friday. As always, let's go ahead and get into it. Well, training camp is coming upon us, coming up soon. We're going to see some more of this team. I'll just say, for me, I'll say the factors on the offensive side definitely is going to be how well these wide receivers, tight ends, and the running backs going to match up, especially playing with Caleb and especially matching up against our division opponents and the opponents that we got to do the remainder of our football schedule. Defensively, I'm like how you are, C-Though. I'm kind of like, okay, the jury's still out on the defense. Man, I remember our team, we used to get, like, interceptions, pick sixes. We were just all up and down the field, though. It just seems like now when it comes to pushing back the other opponents and everything, we'll do little this, little that. They end up gashing us all the way down to the doggone end zone, and we need to do a hell of a lot better when it comes to that. And I would say on the defensive side, I'm definitely glad that your son, the Jack Sanborn and the Sandman is back. I'm really eager to see how he's going to, he and Austin Booger are going to pan out. Those, I'd say those are like the dynamic duo on the offensive, the defensive line, if I must say so myself. But that's just me. Offensively, as far as like I said, the wide receivers, I'm just waiting for, I don't know who's going to be wide receiver 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 or whatever, as long as all of our receivers are healthy. And, they're making the plays and not dropping passes. When I'm talking to you, Ron, get you some Gorilla Glue, man. Not dropping passes and, Caleb staying on point with his throws and stuff. But, and then the thing is, I'm real eager to see how this new running back coach is going to pan out since our previous one went back to Kansas City. And hopefully, Ben Johnson, I hope you're going to be able to beat your former team this year, man. We can't have them kicking our asses in 2 years since you've been gone and everything. Last year was like a fluke. This year, at least, if we got to get a split, just beat their asses along with Green Bay and Minnesota. Because the Bears are back. We're back. We're not no one-trick ponies. We're here to stay, and we will be taking that North back again this year. But just wanted to get your thoughts on just the players that I say be standouts on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Those are just the guys that I'm eager to eager to see, especially, like I said, Jack Sanborn and Austin Booker on that defensive line. I just hope they can both bounce back this year. As always, enjoy your weekend. Chicago up, Bear down. I'll let you fellas on the next one because we're getting closer to C-Boys. Holla!
You just know what Milton dates white women.
Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy. Damn. Sniffed it out. Shout out my boy Milton. Jack Sanborn, my son. I'm just glad that he got an opportunity to come back and compete because that's what he's doing. He's competing for an opportunity to play with the Chicago Bears this season. Now, when you talk about what's more important, what I think is important for the Bears for on the offensive side and the defensive side, it's going to be a one thing, and it's going to go for both sides of the football. Third down. On the offensive side, early in games last season, we could not sustain drives early in games. I don't think we even scored in the first quarter for a lot of games of last season. That eventually changed later on in games. We tended to get hot later in games, but I think that's one of the things we really need to work on is sustaining drives and making sure we hit third down. And that starts with first and second down, obviously. Calling great plays and operating smoothly on first and second down. Now, on the defensive side, it's going to be getting off the field on third down. So that means the pass rush got to be right. We're not getting gashed for 15-yard rushes like Drip iterated earlier in the pod. Third down is going to be big for both sides of the ball next season, and that's exactly what I'm going to be watching from training camp, from preseason on. It's third down.
That's a big fact. I mean, third down is a big point. I love that point of third down. That's probably the best point either one of us has made this entire show. Like, third down efficiency on both sides of the football is hugely important. If you can get teams off of the field on third downs, or if you can convert on third downs yourself on the offensive side of the ball, like, that's the mark of being I won't say necessarily being elite, but like, that's an elite skill that you can have, especially if your defense is rough in some other areas. Get those third down stops. Some of the biggest games the Bears defense did have down the stretch of that season was when they were getting teams off the field, right? And it wasn't just in takeaways. So I think that's a huge point. Like, you want that third down efficiency on both sides of the ball. You can be an efficient third down team, and I think for the offense, third down and I guess on defense too, third down and red zone efficiency. Two of the most important key swing factors for teams.
Yes, absolutely. I expect them to be better, though. I'm so eager to watch them in action. This will be a critical year. I don't think this team can stand to go backwards. If we go backwards, that'll be a travesty. So I'm not even going to think about it and even say it again after I just said it right now. We should be going forward. That means learning how to win in any and every type of way. Any and every type of way. Just win, baby. Just win.
Yeah, that's it. Just win. So we'll see what happens, man. Anything left, Dub, before we get up out of here, brother?
Hey, shout out to my boy Drift for coming through and subbing in for my nephew. Y'all know how I go. One more week closer to C-Ball. Coming, bro. C-Ball.
Bro, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for football, bro. Like, I just, you know what it's like. Football is like the close of summer. You're starting to enter fall, which fall is also my favorite time of year, right? Yeah. Like, you're getting towards when you know training camp's on. Summer got about 6 weeks left, and then fall's coming, football's coming. That weather gonna get a little bit more crisp, like all that type of stuff. Like, I can't wait, bro. I cannot wait, man.
Bro. We got a lot of expectations, man. Let's hope we can. Let's leave that alone. I'm just excited for the season. Let's go.
That's a fact. Well, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys sound off in that comment section down below. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode or a live stream, especially with the seasons coming back on, because we're going to get back on doing our Wednesday live streams, our Sunday live streams, of course, for the games. We even got a new show coming out, a Saturday evening show with Kev and Steve-O if they get their shit together. So we got a lot of stuff coming for you in Chicago Bears Central. We can't wait to bring you guys the best content around. You can follow us at Shy Bear Central. You send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, chicagobearcentral@gmail.com. And lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We'll catch y'all on the next one, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.